Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key. I'm sorry, but I did not hear you press at least 4 digits of your PIN number. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key. I'm sorry, but I did not hear you press at least 4 digits of your PIN number. Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key.
To start your show now, press 1. To hear important.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Blog Talk Radio.
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
What a pain in the neck, y'all. Hang in there. All right. This is crazy. Okay. Jesus. Boom. All right. What up? What's up, people? How y'all doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. Are we good? Damn, I had to jump through hoops tonight. Just jumping and jumping and jumping. What's going on? How y'all feeling? I got my people on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. They tuned in, that's right. It came through. My people, my people, my people, my people. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Welcome to Democracy Island. Progressive Ireland. I'm Ricardo Batabaldo. What's up, y'all? Ricardo Montalban. Negrato Darius Montalban Jr. What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling? Y'all good? All right. Let me make sure we good, man. This is crazy. Anybody here earlier heard me try to dial in like 100 times? I wasn't doing nothing different. I'm doing what I always did. It just wasn't working. Oh, man. Just was not working, Johnson. I couldn't get my lighting right. Couldn't get my video right. Flesh tone seems crazy. What's going on? YouTube said, look, Tim, no one's going to watch your show anymore. We're not going to let them. They're making sure, man. They're making sure. Share this shit on your profiles, please. Hard to imagine. We used to get 1,000 people sometimes, 800 people, 700 people, 600 people, 500 people. We're down to less than 100 people on this show. It's because you don't play well with others. Nah, that ain't it. Nah. YouTube wants us gone, Johnson. Facebook. Share it. What's up, Facebook? How y'all doing? Too high resolution. Shut up. Dog on Facebook. What's up, Facebook people? How y'all doing? What's up from San Antonio? Whoa. All right, guys. Woo, let me put the phone number up because we will be opening up the phone lines. That's what took so long, getting the damn phone lines to work. Is Tim Black going to have to whoop a phone number's ass? Is Tim Black going to have to whip some ass? What's up? What's up, people? This is not your mother's news or your grandmother's news broadcast. This is the Tim Black Show. So, look, guys, I got a couple stories I'd like to get to. Then we open up phone lines. That's if anybody's awake. Oh, Tim Black, we can't do this. I put on the jacket because the white shirt was throwing the lights off. It was crazy. So the white just wasn't working with the camera. It's set up, so I had to put something over it. Now I got this hot jacket on. Do one of those reels, man. Do a TikTok video up in this joint. All right, let's go, y'all. Let's go. First things first. First things first, Johnsons. I want to get to the Republicans blocking the vote on the voter on the People's Act. I want to talk about that briefly. Spend a little time on it. Do our due diligence. Take your sugar pill. You know what I'm saying? We got to address that. But first, I'd like to talk about this. I'd like to talk about Andrew Yang dropping out of the race. Get out of here. This is old. Where's the new? Oh, I hadn't added it yet? Okay, my bad. Okay, well, this is relevant. This particular slide is relevant because this is the polling going into this thing in the New York mayor's race, okay? So this is where it was. All right. And so we see that Andrew Yang was taken up. He was falling in fourth place. Well, it turns out Andrew Yang has dropped out. He has conceded this race. He recognizes that this is not a race that he can win. And him being a math guy, he's not messing around. All right, let's see. I don't know what happened here, Johnson. I thought I loaded this up. Maybe I didn't. Could have sworn I did, though, Johnson. What the hell happened? I'm positive. Whatever, Johnson. No one cares. Okay, fine.
Pain.
Something happened.
But you all know I am a numbers guy.
Andrew Yang here.
I'm someone who traffics in what's happening by the numbers, and I am not going to be the next mayor of New York City based upon the numbers that have come in to pain. But you all know I am a numbers guy. I'm someone who traffics in what's happening by the numbers, and I am not going to be the next mayor of New York City based upon the numbers that have come in tonight. I am conceding this race, though we're not sure ultimately who the next mayor is going to be, but whoever that person is, I will be very happy to work with them.
Andrew Yang is out of that race. I don't think they've announced who's winning, but I guess there was some returns. Some polling returns came in already, and Andrew Yang realized that things weren't going his way. He was not going to pull an upset. And he did the same thing he did during the presidential race, which is when he realized that he could not win mathematically. Big math guy. Did I tell you that? He was a big math guy. Well, that's when he drops out of the race. Okay. So I'm not here to run, I'm not here to rub alcohol in the wound. Pickle juice, grape juice, none of that. Won't do that. Just here to point out the obvious. I told you. Andrew Yang should stop running for stuff. Just stop running for stuff. Be serious about what your intentions are. Be real with the people. And stop pretending to be a politician. You're not a politician. Your guy has some wacky ideas. And the guy who likes the spotlight. And the guy who, I'm not here to read your heart or none of that stuff. I'm just telling you, this is how it looks to me. And I think this is how it looks to most people who are not enamored. Right? You can do a lot of good things for a lot of people. No one says you have to be a politician. So let's stop this. In fact, the more he does this, the lower stock is going to go. You can't keep losing. And then, you're going to hurt your brand at some point. So you built the brand around running and whirling up people in a frenzy about prospects. But now it's time to dial it back, son. Bring it down a notch. I'm not going to be the next mayor of New York City based upon the numbers that have come in tonight. So, okay, now what will you do? I want people to really take a good long look at this stuff, man. And see it for what it is, man. A lot of what I'm seeing are plays by people just to get limelight, just to get attention. I mean, there are other things to do besides be a politician and be a mayor of New York City. The mayor of New York, really, Johnson? That's where we want to cut our teeth? That's where you want to start? I think it was crazy to even attempt it. I don't even know why he tried. It was obvious people were going to come for you. It was obvious you're not conditioned for this type of a race. And I know people are going to point out all types of stuff. Look, I'm not hating on the guy. I'm just saying there's better ways to spend one's time. There's better ways to spend one's currency. And there's other things to get done besides running to be a mayor of one of the biggest cities, most well-known city in the world. Pretty much. You got to admit, one of the most well-known. With no political experience at all other than running in a race for president. Democratic primary. So call that hate or whatever you want to call it. Just call your mama when you're done and tell her your problems, because I'm tired of people writing me telling me, be nicer to Yang. This has nothing to do with nice. What about the people that send in money? How nice should I be? Look, this is obvious. At this point, it's becoming obvious. So what about the people that donate their time, energy, their treasure, their sweat equity into his campaign because they believe in him, just for him to do this every time? To pull out. I mean, what else is he going to do? I understand that part. Let's keep it real. Let's be reasonable. Let's do the over-under. Let's do the analytics. Let's look at the algorithm on this thing. I mean, come on, Yang. You did what you needed to do. You blocked Bernie Sanders from getting the nomination. Mission accomplished. You did what your handlers wanted you to do. It's done now. What are you doing? What are you hanging around for? I mean, what? What? No one else thinks this? Oh, look, it's not rooted in facts. This is rooted in my opinion. This is rooted in what you think. This is your gut. My gut's telling me. Two things. One thing, haven't eaten dinner tonight. Haven't had time. Been busy. Second thing, tell me something else. Second thing, Andrew Yang knew this was not a winner. He knew this. What? It took me to say, come on, man. Come on, Johnson. I mean, I got my street sense. Been on my own since I was 16 years old, but come on, man. Come on now. Come on, Johnson. Come on, Johnson. When we going to wake up and smell the coffee, man, stop being taken for a ride with the bullshit. You're going to tell me, don't believe in Bernie, don't believe in Nina Turner. Stop believing in Andrew Yang. People believe in Andrew Yang. Hell, people believe in Marjorie Taylor Greene. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? There's some people, that really need the talking to. Come on. I mean, there's enough scale for Obama to put his... look, and I noticed Obama didn't come out. Nobody came out. Where are the people coming out to support Yang? Yang was on his own in all of this. Think about it. Where are the Democratic heavy hitters coming out to support Andrew Yang? Name them. Name them. He went rogue. Universal soldier is what he did. It got good to him. Got good to him, a little swag. It got good to him. But now it's starting to hurt young people who believe in this guy. They think he's special. He's not special. Not for governing, he's not. And any further manipulation, playing around, is going to do nothing but sully everything he's done up to this point. I think it's time to call it a day. Bring it in, Johnson. Sit it down. Like old man Ebro on 97. Come on, Johnson. Sit it down. Becoming a Funkmaster Flex of politics. I like those guys. I'm just tripping. I'm just, throwing out cultural references for my people. You know what I'm saying? What else? So, while we look at what Andrew Yang just did, I want you to recognize that there's a possibility, because I know how pessimistic people get. Right? So that's the thing. That's the ticket for tonight. Tonight's word is pessimism. There's a lot of pessimists in the house. They're very upset. They don't trust anything. You're at the home of both parties suck, Johnson, recognizing that both parties, neither party has your best interest. If you're a black person in this country, they don't have your best interest. If you're a working class black person, that means a person who, if he misses 2 or 3 checks, has a problem, a major problem. Might have to phone somebody. Might need somebody to come up short with a moving van. Might have the lights go out. Understand what I'm saying? Might have to live by candlelight. That's working class folks. Working class folks. Damn near paycheck to paycheck, if not paycheck to paycheck. Okay? Those people, nothing for you in these parties. Nothing at all. Not saying everybody who's in these parties is horrible, because people can recognize that it's very difficult to run a race as outside of these two parties because of the corruption built into the system. So I understand there's a lot of pessimism, and I get that totally. You should, I want you to understand that. That's acceptable. But what I'm trying to tell you is it helpful? Is it helpful to watch political shows and detest politics. I think it's crazy. It's like watching football but can't stand football, but rather watch basketball. Watch football to complain about football. Makes no sense. There are other things to watch. I'm trying to understand. What's the point? Hates daytime dramas, watches daytime dramas every day to shit on daytime dramas. Makes no sense. I don't even think they have daytime dramas anymore. Bad example. They're all gone, right? Point is this, guys. I understand the frustration, but look, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, Johnson. There's a light. It's called local politics. Think Joe Biden's crap? Understandable. I agree. Lots of reasons to feel that way. Lots of them. A trailer load of reasons to feel that way. But there's other things regarding politics besides the Democrats and Republicans or the machinery and big party politics and general elections and presidential elections. There's other parts of politics. You can make a mark. You can make a difference, folks. I'm going somewhere with this. Build with me for a minute, y'all. As we say, the only politics that matters, all local politics, all politics is local. Local politics is the politics of the people. Local politics, you can make a dent. I sat and watched the Nina Turner debate, District 11 in Ohio. I watched this debate and I sat there wondering, like, wow. Nina Turner is very impressive, but the rest of them, oh. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were good. Some of them were good, but what I'm saying is anyone could get involved in a local race, in a district race. Local politics matter. And it's attainable for any one of you. Any one of my pessimists. Local politics. You know, believe me, go to my channel. Watch the debate yourself, and then tell me what you come away with. You come away, you're going to feel a certain thing. Then tell me, is it possible or impossible that you could run for office if you put your mind to it? And I'm here to tell you that you could run for office. I'm not saying you could be president. I'm saying you could run for local office and you could make changes in your community. You can stop waiting on somebody to do what you can get done tomorrow. You can get done today. You can stop waiting and sitting on the sidelines. You can get active. I'm not just talking about active on Twitter with the Twitter fingers. I'm talking about actually active in politics. Don't look behind you. I'm talking to you. Johnson, I'm talking to you. You who are absorbed, you who are involved, you are paying attention, you are woke as fuck. I'm talking to you. Because there's something about someone who's connected to the people, connected to the issues, that you always have a shot. And what I'm trying to say, and I'm not just trying to make this about Andrew Yang, but he's the best example. He's right here, Johnson. He's right here. If you are connected to the people, you have a shot. If you're not connected to the people, you have no shot. You're going to feel the difference between someone who's a part of the community, who's grounded in the issues, who has the empathy, has the knowledge of the issues, can articulate a message. That's all it takes, to exude your pain, to understand and to make others understand that you get it. That you get it, and it moves mountains. Folks, I have an example of it. I have one example of Andrew Yang, to me, not connected in anything. A guy with ideas, but not rooted in how those ideas actually translate into the lives he says he wants to uplift. I never see the thread go all the way through the fabric. He's up here, I see the needle go up and down, but I never see it go through the fabric and come out the other side where he grabs it and pushes it back through to actually make a stitch. It never connects. It sounds good. Theoretically, it sounds good. But does it have any feeling behind it? Looks like the answer is no. Looks good on papers, has great identity politics. Checks a couple of boxes. Boxes people are eager to check. Respectfully so, I understand that. I get that. But does it check the box there? That's the most important box. Does it check that box? And what I'm trying to get people to understand, if you check that box, you got an opportunity. So we're gonna open up phone lines soon, but I want this to be about something more than that. More than the damn phone calls, more than the damn news of the day, about what's possible, what's impossible, and how the line, you can erase the line just by giving a damn about your neighbors, man. Just by expressing yourself, just by getting into the issues and actually caring about your fellow man, about your neighborhood, about your communities, about the kids, about the seniors, about the people with drug addiction, about the people who are out of work, about the people that need health care, about the people that are beneath the poverty line, about the people that are unemployed, about the people that are incarcerated, about the people who don't have voting rights, about the people that can't marry who they want to marry, about the people who can't live where they want to live, about the people whose properties are getting undervalued, about the people, about the people, about the people, about the people. If you do that, and people understand or feel, and they can sense that you are not shining them on, Johnson. You're not running the 3-car monster on the table in some alley somewhere. You ain't got a couple guys in on you. You ain't running some type of scheme or scam. You're not trying to raise your profile. You're not trying to be seen a certain way. You're not trying to get into the go along, get along game. You're not trying to play the game. You're not trying to hustle. Do the hustle. You ain't trying to do none of that. What you're trying to do is fight for your brothers and sisters. And if you do that, you have a chance. And I can prove it. I have proof of it. Not only do you have a chance, you can win. Case in point, India Walton, Buffalo, has a new mayor tonight. A name I'd never heard before. Just became mayor of Buffalo, New York. And the only thing she had going for her is everything I just told you about. She didn't run for president and had these crazy ideas that ended up being nothing in hot air. People wearing caps, running around being nuisances, losing their shit. No. Dave Chappelle didn't come out and endorse her. No. She didn't have conversations with Joe Biden behind closed doors. Didn't pick up the phone when Obama called. Don't know Obama. Understand what I'm saying? It doesn't take all of that. So when people are being pessimistic, let's make it clear, Johnson, that they're focused on the wrong things. They're focusing on the shiny objects. Some of them, I think, are put there just to demoralize you, just to rob you of all spirit about this at all, to discourage you. I think that's what some of it's for. It's like the candy at the checkout aisle. Knock you off your hustle, knock you off your diet plan. You done avoided the sweets, aisle 13, aisle 14 all night, looking around the grocery store. And you go to check out, and there goes all the shit you know you don't need. Right there for you. How convenient, Johnson. How convenient. That's what they do with the shallow, empty vessels who discourage you to politics, who make you become what? Pessimistic. Very rarely will you hear a story of this that I'm about to share with you. India Walton, guys.
But you all know I am a numbers guy. I'm someone who traffics in what's happening by the numbers.
And I played that just now. You hear the people chanting for India? Did you hear that? Because that was so quick, I don't know if you heard it. I think you heard it. That sounds like they're rooting for an incrementalist. That sounds like they're cheering because they just got some corporate hack, some sellout, somebody trying to build their brand, a job. That's what that sounds. Does that sound like, does that get some incrementalist? Someone just playing a game, just going along with the get-along game. Somebody just doing what they need to do, checking the boxes, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, taking dark money, doing favors, getting favors. That don't sound like a bunch of people who just got somebody elected who's going to go in and do what the last person did. Fall asleep at the wheel. No. Sounds like those people are excited. Sounds like those people, either they're all fools or they're excited about something that's worthy of their excitement. That's what that sounds like.
Mommy! I won! Mommy, I'm the mayor of Buffalo. Well, not till January, but yeah. Like, yes! Oh my God. Yes, Mom! I won! Thank you. Yeah, Mother!
That sounds like somebody who had Joe Biden hooking them up or Hillary Clinton co-signing for him. Now, you don't be that surprised when you got Hillary Clinton in your back pocket. You ain't that surprised when you got Obama pushing for you. Now, you're not surprised like that. That's that pure excitement, that joy, that dumbfoundedness, that sudden like shock of this actually happened. Now, that's not what you get when you're in the establishment pick. When you've been kissing all this ass for the last 10 years, and now finally somebody's gonna kiss a little bit of your rump. Help you go through, help you, slowly glide through the tape. Nah. That's hard work. That's hard work.
Mommy! I won! Mommy, I'm the mayor of Buffalo. Well, not till January, but yeah. Like, yes! Oh my God. Yes, Mom! I won! Thank you.
My name is India Walton, and I am running to be the next mayor of Buffalo, New York, the first woman to ever be elected as leader of this great city. My name is India Walton, and I am running to be the next mayor of Buffalo, New York, the first woman to ever be elected as leader of this great city. I have worked tirelessly as a community member to ensure equity and justice for the people of this community. And even though it's butt crack cold out here, I came to bring the heat. That's right. If ever there was a question whether this was a symbolic campaign or a campaign to push anyone further to the left, the answer is no, because we came to win. Right. This is not only about making India mayor, this is about creating the infrastructure, the scaffolding to challenge every down ballot seat that's coming up in the next 3 years. We saw cops who pushed down a 75-year-old member of our community get off scot-free. There needs to be accountability, and there can be accountability. We can govern together. In the words of my friends out of Movement Generation, if we are not prepared to govern, we are not prepared to win. Now, we are prepared to govern, we are prepared to win, and we are prepared to challenge every person who sat in warm seats without any meaningful action for change that we so desperately want and need. Now is the time to support our communities. Now is the time to invest in our people and stop enriching the already wealthy and come claim what is rightfully ours. Thank you. Yeah.
Democratic Socialists, India Walton, community activists, work in their community, nurse. She won. And what I'm telling you is there's something different about a person who's grounded in community, grounded in the real issues, You just sense it. It's just different, Johnson. It's not glossy, it's not shiny, it's just real, it's gritty. There's a few people that have that. Few people that you can sense it, you can smell it on them. Maybe it's on you. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to throw a little kindling in the stove, man. That's all I'm trying to do, throw a little kindling in there. Get you thinking about it, get a little spark going inside you, because I know that there is opportunity and possibility, because we can all get pessimistic about what's going on in national politics. We can't just wait around for an end to turn it around. Gives us a little bit of hope that something in the system's working. But you know what? There are small wins like this that are major wins to those communities happening all the time. India Walton's just one example of that. Can make a big difference if you live in Buffalo, New York. Yeah. Will it change if Joe Manchin's an asshole? Probably not. Will it change how Mitch McConnell operates? No. Will it change the fact that the Republicans blocked the People's Act? No. But will it change your sidewalk? Could it change have an impact on the environment in your neighborhood? Could it change what's going on with housing, local housing measures for the homeless, or low-income housing, or a place for the kids to play? It could. It could very well. And you could be a part of that. I could be a part of that. We could be a part of that. We can't sit around waiting on the media to prop these people up. We got to go find them. We got to support them. We got to make the Tim Black Show and the Wolfpack community a part of something that's more rooted in grassroots. Less hanging on these damn stories. Less listening to the nonsense. We're going to make time. We're going to take time out to be able to do that, because in our corporate media, what they are dedicated to is collecting paychecks and shoveling these people in front of us and rifling through our emotions to find the hot buttons in order to keep us glued to their nonsense in order to participate in the most demoralizing nonsense known to man. Fighting over issues, some issues that don't even exist. We got people crying and yelling and spitting about critical race theory when they're even teaching it in their elementary schools, not even taught in K through 12. They don't even know shit, because we got a lying-ass media that denies reality and gets people all wound up and spun around on nonsense. False narratives. For instance, look at this graphic. Now, this is hilarious, because they're selling people this. They're selling, this is my last slide. I'm gonna get to phone calls, guys, but I got to show you this. For anybody who doubts what I'm talking about, because I get it, you don't know me. Maybe you're brand new, you don't know me. This is what CNN was running earlier today. This was the mayor's race. Look what they called Andrew Yang, Eric Adams, Catherine Garcia, Sean Donovan, and Wade McGuire. Moderate progressive. Moderate progressive. Can you believe this shit? What the hell is a moderate progressive? Let me put that back up, man. What the hell is a moderate progressive? It's like saying little big man, fat skinny dude, tall short person. Come on, man. What is this? Moderate progressive. It was a cold, hot day. It was a wet, dry Monday. It was a hellish heaven. It was a pretty ugly. It was a pretty ugly Tuesday. It was a fully clothed but naked Wednesday. Makes no sense. Progressive and moderate are opposites. And people are watching this and buying into it. And we wonder why people are so pessimistic. I think they want you pessimistic, Johnson. I think they want you to tune out so they can slide in there Andrew Yangs, or slide in there Catherine Garcias, or slide in there Eric Adams, or slide in there nonsense candidates. Maybe that Andrew Yang, like I said, I think Andrew Yang was not endorsed to run. I think this is him getting his head big, thinking he can just do whatever he wants to do with this high profile. Probably made the decision up while drinking some elixir. Drinking some Jägermeister with the frat friends. So I had to take the shot. Had to hit him. My point is very simple, guys. If you feel disenchanted, if you feel frustrated, it wants you to. That's what it wants you to. What it doesn't want is for me to give India Walton attention. That's what they don't want. They don't want regular working people getting access to power. And when they do get access to power, they want to destroy that as quickly as possible. This show you're watching right now used to have 800, 900 people. I remember that. 700 people watching per night. What's it doing now? Why do you think that's happening? I've gotten worse at commentating. I'm worse. The phone lines stay connected now. The lighting's better. I'm more articulate. I'm more succinct. I'm even funnier than I used to be. What is it, Johnson? Is it maybe the content, Johnson? Is it the content? And what I'm saying is not about me, but what I'm saying is they don't want you. Focus on what they don't want you to focus on, which is real solutions and the underbelly of the nonsense. Now, they like you to focus on, they like to keep you exasperated and angry and pissed off. See, people get this twisted. They're not opposed to you being angry and pissed off. They like you being angry and pissed off. That's good. They don't want you to be productive. You start being productive, then they got a problem with you. You start actually putting forth solutions. You start actually supporting that's going to make changes. Not just complaining, not just riling people up, which does nothing but feed the machine, but you actually get involved in a tangible, productive way. They don't want that. They don't want real conversations with men. Men having real conversations with men, getting men to get their shit together. They don't want real conversations with men and women, or women talking to women getting their shit together. They don't want that. That's not what they want. They don't want black people being empowered, having their own agency. And people that actually are, they want to handpick who gets to talk to the black community and who doesn't. Get what I'm saying? They want to handpick. They want to tell you who to listen to. They want to pick the votes, the spokesmodels. They want to pick your leaders and your icons. They don't want you picking them. Understand it. Understand it. Get it. Look at it. See it for what it is. I want to give a shout out to India Walton for what she's done, but I want to give a bigger shout out to the people that helped her do it. Nothing big gets done alone. Nothing good gets done alone. And nothing good gets done without a lot of adversity, Johnson. Sometimes you have to go from 800 to 100. You got to drop. Sometimes they don't take it all from you. But that don't mean it's time to stop. In fact, that means it's time to double down, because they don't take from you unless you are doing something important. They don't want seek to destroy or stop someone who isn't doing something. And when I say doing something, I mean doing something that's against their mission statement, the goal, the overall goal. Very few people, very few systems, even a corrupt system like the one which we exist in America, will shut down players in the game that they favor. All that growth. I wonder where all that growth came from. Well, you think there was loads of money coming in from Democrat operatives into the Democratic Socialist from Buffalo who's running against a sitting mayor who's been there for I don't know how long, the incumbent? Moderate Democrat. You think the Democratic Socialist, the DSA member, India Walton, had a bunch of money flowing in and big supporters coming in? Huh? People flying her around? Huh? Huh? Sending in resource after resource? I don't think so, Johnson. Just a little something to think about. All right. I think I got one more clip to kind of seal this up. One more. That is hilarious right there. I gotta laugh at that one more time. I'm sorry. That is remarkable. You're a moderate progressive. This is black white guy. This bald hairy man. The clean-faced bearded man. All right. The married single lady. Okay, hold on, guys. Just makes some damn sense. Makes no damn sense. Okay, one more, because this is contagious. If you think I'm wrong, maybe some of you on the fence.
We set out to not only change Buffalo, but to change the way progressive politics are viewed in upstate New York.
Let's go!
All right. Now, if I can, if I'm still not making an impression on you, if my point is not clear, you need to stop drinking, because I think I did a good enough job to get the point across. Very, very basically that there is hope. The hope is you. Let's go to phone calls. All right, guys. We got a phone number here, 304. Thank you, 304, for your patience. 304, you're live. TB Tuesdays. Who's this?
Hi, this is Amy.
Hey, Amy, how you doing? What's up?
I'm doing well. I was just out walking, admiring the moon, and listening to your show. Thank you for bringing the story about India. That's amazing. Good for her. Good for the people. It helped her. And I agree with what you said about moderate progressive. That's exactly what you said. Shit. That's ridiculous. It doesn't make no sense. I didn't understand. And then with Yang, I was so disappointed in all the people who, when he was running in the presidential primary, that believed his shtick, and fell for that, his bullshit, basically. And he was never connected with the people. He's way up. I mean, he's a rich guy. He doesn't understand the regular people. And he and Elizabeth Warren, I think you're right. I mean, she knew that she should have run against Hillary Clinton in 2016. And then they had her back off. And, the two of them did a pretty good job of taking it to Bernie Sanders, as we know. What was the other thing I wanted to say? About about West Virginia and Joe Manchin. So, of course, we had Paula Jean Swearingen, and in 2018, she ran in the primary against Manchin. She got 30% of the vote, and I thought that was amazing for an unknown prior to that against Manchin. What does that tell you in West Virginia? Of course, I was disappointed she didn't take him out, but I knew she wasn't going to. But then in 2020, she won the primary, of course, but then she didn't defeat Capito. And Capito, oh my God, what a tool. Ugh. I don't think I told you this before. No, not on the show, but years back, I think she was probably still in the state government. She went and visited my son's high school, and he said, "Mom," he said, the C word, that's a terrible word. I would never use that," he said, "until I met this woman." he said she was so bad. She was so arrogant. She was so awful. And he said, these are, high school students. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I have to say, unless you want to hear my story about saving this little baby girl.
No, go ahead. What's saving a baby girl? Sure, go right ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, so I was at work in the ER one day, whatever it was. The doctor was backed up, and we had, this was years ago, so we had the old-fashioned charts, and I worked with a lot of racist people, not all of them, but many of them, unfortunately. And this young lady, it was black, she pokes her head out of the room and she just asked very politely, do you have any idea how much longer it's going to be? Because I'm thinking about leaving and, going to the next hospital. She's worried about her baby. And one of the other nurses grabs the chart. She immediately flips to the page with the financial information, sees that they're on Medicaid. Anybody can be on Medicaid for any reason. I was on Medicaid. I'm a registered nurse, and because we don't have, paid family leave, and I had a pregnancy and a lot of us have been through this kind of thing, right? So anyway, I don't judge. But she immediately goes and grabs the form, for people to sign out against medical advice. And I said, "Excuse me, just a minute. Let me talk to her." And, I took the chart and I looked at it and I saw the complaint. And I knew immediately that there was signs of seizures in babies can be very subtle. And what the complaint said, she was like staring off to the side. And I was very concerned. I thought, this baby's having seizures. So I went to talk to the mother. I said, please listen, I'm going to go and tell the ER doctor about you so he'll come and see your daughter next. I said, I'm worried about you. You don't want to put her in the car and drive her to the next hospital. If something were to happen, you couldn't do anything. She starts crying. And the reason she's crying is she then tells me she had another daughter who died in that hospital. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm hugging her and I'm just, I'm thinking, in these heartless bitches, basically, that I was working with, this is what they would do. They wouldn't give a shit. It's just like, they're judging people and looking down their nose. And if we had universal health care, this kind of thing would never happen. But anyway, of course, and I told the doctor, he went and saw her. She got admitted to the pediatric unit. And later on that day, this nurse said to another one, deliberately within my earshot, there was another child who was, there for something. She says, well, let's see if she can get this one admitted to pediatrics. And I was like, I didn't say anything. I'm not going to start something right in front of patients, and I'm too professional for that. But in my head, I thought, bitch, you are so stupid. Nurses don't do the admitting. A person doesn't get admitted unless the physician, there's a good reason for it. She just was mad that I was right. And, but where's her humanity? She didn't have any. She didn't, or at least not for this young lady, probably because she was black, right? And on Medicaid. How dare she? But anyway, the thought of her taking, she said, well, I'm just going to go to the next hospital. And I could just see it, her putting her in the car. And then when she told me she already lost one baby. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's just one story, but I have tons of them, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. But I don't know. And just one more thing. I think you said that India, who just won the mayor's race,
right,
was a nurse.
Yes.
But I agree with you, but I also kind of disagree, because I think that there are people that just have a natural talent for, that community activism, and can go out and, run for office. I'm not sure that everybody's cut out for that. I'm cut out for doing the thing like I just told you, like one at a time, or you know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying, Amy.
I'll leave it at that.
Well, Amy, I want to thank you so much, Amy, for calling up. You gave a great testimony. We appreciate you so much for sharing your story, your lived experience, sister. Thank you so much, now.
Okay.
You got it.
You're welcome. You take care.
You know it now. Now, look, Amy just said she's not the type of person. She doesn't think everybody's the type of person that could run for office or could, get elected, do these things, and that she helps in other ways. And look, I got no problem with that. But this is the only thing I will push back just a little bit. I want to say this. You don't know what you could do till you do it. Don't put limitations on yourself. That's all. No matter what it is. And so, no, you never know what you can do. I'd much rather have somebody with your heart as my representative, or as my mayor, or as my city council person, or whatever, as opposed to one of these wicked C-word things you talked about earlier. I know that now. You may not think you're that person, but there's other ways to be involved. You could be, part of a campaign. You could be so many different things you could do. But I just want people to. I want to help with the pessimism, because it's really feeding a lot of views. It's people making millions of dollars. People don't realize how much money's in what we do. There's no money in this. There's no money in this message right here. This message coming out of my mouth tonight, no money in this. It's not turning anyone down enough. There's no money in it. There's no furthering of a narrative that benefits another cable network where you can piggyback off of what they're saying. There is nothing in this other than my heart, my ethics, my integrity. That's it. It's not that I'm wrong. You just won't hear it often because there's no money in it. So I'm going to go next call. Once again, we have great callers. I appreciate you guys for being patient. Let's move over to 718. 718, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hi, my name is Elijah. I'm from Brooklyn. I was calling because I was looking at a lot of the primary work that's been happening right now. And one of the things that's been interesting in terms of how the primaries have been going is that I've seen a large amount of new candidates, especially with ranked choice voting, who have specifically decided to go outside the traditional molds when it comes to plurality voting. And so right now, in terms of how that's playing out, the way ranked choice voting is set up is that whoever the candidate with the least amount of votes is gets taken off of the first round. And one of the most eccentric candidates, a candidate who's running on a platform literally called the Love Platform, pushing for massive criminal justice reform, defunding the police, and a whole bunch of other things, has been able to make it past the first round officially as of right now, with about 82% of all districts reporting. And he's made it past the first round, which was not expected for a lot of people. And it's interesting to see now that, especially with how the primaries have been going, there has been a lot of rhetoric in the city pushing a lot of Democrats towards centrist candidates. But on the positive side, we're seeing that housing policy and a lot of other plans to actually improve the city have resonated with people. I don't know if you'd seen in California, but recently they just passed an initiative when it came to housing as a result of COVID recovery, where they are going to pay all of the related housing and rent costs for people in low-income situations. And that's putting a lot of pressure on New York in a good way, where now New York actually has to be one of the states that picks up the ball on rent forgiveness as a result of the COVID pandemic. And so now, despite however the primary goes, most likely it's probably going to be a moderate that ends up getting the nomination. We're going to see that outside of electoral politics, there still is that progressive force pushing forward.
Man, give it up for Elijah, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Elijah, thank you for the information. Thank you for enlightening us. That is something. Look, I don't want to overplay my hand here, right? You know what I'm saying? But I do want to say that I don't know Elijah. First time me hearing Elijah call up, and this is the type of news I don't hear often. And it takes you going out on the limb and talking about some subjects that are a little bit off the beaten path to get people like Elijah to want to come up and talk about this type of stuff. And this is what we need to hear about. This is what we need to know. So, Elijah, my brother there in New York, man, thank you for calling up, fam, and educating us and giving us the information. I'm going to keep it moving, though. 614, you are live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yes, my name is Heather, and I've been paying attention to the primaries. As you know, Ohio is a red state, and there's a lot of interest in Ohio because it used to be a state of watch for all politics, and they are doing a lot of things. If people haven't paid attention to unemployment, so on and so forth, if people haven't paid attention. And there's a lot of interest here as to, because, you know, our governor's soon to be up for re-election. And there's a lot of interest here if it's going to be flip blue.
Right.
And as you know, Nina Turner's, you know, a big person here in the state of Ohio. And so I am been paying attention to the primaries, and I think it's going to turn more progressive here because people are have a lot of interest for, a people state and not a governmental state. You know, people they want to have for the people and not for the government. And because, like, I do a lot of interest for international politics. Like, people have been paying attention to Israel, so on and so forth. But like, I pay attention to, like, I don't understand why, you know, there's a lot of interest in Israel, but there's not a lot of interest in like Nigeria. Nigeria is under genocide right now. And so, you know, people pay a lot of attention to that type of stuff. And so there's a huge interest in a lot of things in the state of Ohio. So I think that Ohio may flip from red.
I thought Ohio was
and I think Nina Turner.
Hey, Heather, can I ask you a question, Heather?
I'm sorry?
Heather, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
I thought that Ohio was like a swing state. Is that true?
It is a swing state depending on where you are.
Okay.
Franklin County was all Joe Biden.
Okay.
And the rural areas were all Trump.
Okay. Got it.
So it just depends on where you are. That's why it's called a swing state.
Okay.
in northern Ohio, there's a lot of progressives, so that's why it's considered a swing state. So I think more of the state is paying attention to politics more. And there's a lot of people that are under poverty. So for instance, they are cutting off unemployment, but people still can't survive here.
Right.
So they're going to be paying attention to people like Nina Turner, because when you can't survive, you cut off unemployment. What are you going to do?
There you go. There you go. Hey, thank you, Heather, for the phone call. We appreciate you. And give it up for Heather, guys. And, yeah, that's a lot of places across the country. I'm in Maryland, same thing. Same exact scenario, cutting off unemployment. What are people going to do? People looking for work. That's what people are doing. People looking for remedies. I remember everyone was talking, we had a pandemic, so this is an optimal time to do this. Well, it's still going on. Isn't it still an optimal time to do stuff? Isn't it still an optimal time to look at housing, to look at Medicare for all, to look at the same issues that we were always fighting for? I don't think it ever changed. What changed? I don't know. I'm really having a hard, I'm serious. Like, what's changed? We're still here. We don't have these policies in play. So what's the difference? I don't know. I'm going to go to 608. 608, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? 608.
Hey, Tim. It's Dustin Binns from Madison.
Dustin Binns, what's up, brother? What's on your mind?
Well, actually, I had a couple of things, but first I wanted to thank the previous callers, for their motivation, especially with, mentioning India. That really helped. It really helps me because, I've been really down and, really because of, Joe Biden and because of some of the things that he's done that was bad. But other than that, it's oh crap. Give me a second. I wanted to talk about connectivity. I know that in Madison specifically, I'm talking locally, there was a lot of people that were, our community is a lot of older people, and there was a lot of people that were very much Bernie supporters in the primary. And it's, I just think that communication and connection or connectivity between our supporters is very difficult. So I wanted to find a good idea from you on what would be the best way to create a community message that could get to those supporters first, the people that already agree with us, and maybe have them, because they're the older people, that they would be able to better understand how to communicate with other older people to get them to be more convinced to come to our side within our community specifically.
Where to go with that? Okay. I don't know what you...
Community connection, community connectivity.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm saying is, what do you find would be the best way to get the message out to those people to connect them? Because maybe someone that's more centralized and more understanding of the messages like you would be able to do that, but how do we do that on a local level? Because, having the message be unified and more understanding of the issues would be, I feel would be very beneficial for the progressive movement.
All right, Dustin. Well, I appreciate the phone call, brother. That's a question we can pose to everyone who calls up, or any of the other callers can take that on. I don't want to get into too much theory, like, what if we do this, and what if we do that, and blah, 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 Nothing beats work, right? So one of the things that ticks me off is people don't put the time in. This shit ain't instantaneous, man. The only reason why you know who I am, Dustin, is because I've been doing it for a decade. That's it. Good night. That's why. With all the suppression, I've been doing it for a decade, so I've been around. And I learned a lot of stuff and got better at it and made more connections and kept at it and faced adversity and kept doing it and faced adversity and kept doing it. That's it. As far as the message that connects people, talk about shit that matters to them. It's not rocket science. Don't make it harder than it is. If you talk about things that matter to people, people tend to pay attention. You don't talk about things that matter to those people, they don't pay attention. You want to connect with older voters, talk about things that impact their lives. People living in food deserts care about food. People who pay too much for the prescriptions care about high costs of prescriptions. You know what I'm saying? So these issues, you know what the issues are. Just put yourself in the mindset of the people who you're trying to reach and talk about shit that matters to them. That's it. And then get better at it. And if it's not working, keep going. And just keep going and listen to feedback and keep going and look at your numbers and see who you're reaching and keep going. And if it's starting to work, well, double down on what's working and X out what's not working. And keep going and keep going and do it for 10 years. I mean, presumably you'll be here 10 years from now. And we'll see what you did. I don't think, there's a lot of people just like that's where all of it's just amazing. Like, it's people, it's like some people just have these things about them. They just think, well, they make assumptions. They make assumptions about other people. And all I'm saying at the end of the day, you just haven't been doing it long enough. Some people just haven't been doing it long enough to even talk shit. I'm sorry, man. It's what you're supposed to do. Just immediately be like super successful and like whatever you've done that you should be. Super successful. You know what I'm saying? So should you reach millions of people? That would be great. But life is not a movie. And unless you're connected and you get a hookup, you know the right people, you got to start from the bottom in the dirt like everyone else. And the only real ticket, the only key to it is just keep going, man. And it sucks, and it's hard work, and a lot of people are too impatient, and they give up, right? But it works. That's all I can tell you, fam, is it works. And if you talk to people like, I'll just say this, and then I'll let it go, because I could go on and on this topic. You got me started, Dustin. See what you did, Johnson, you got me started. But here it goes. The favorite word in the English language to anybody you talk to is going to be their name. There can be 10 people standing over there, and if I say, hey, you, probably no one turns around. But if I say, hey, Mike, a Mike would turn around because he thinks you're talking to him. Well, same thing holds true when you talk about issues. When we talk about issues that matter to those people. Hey, look, a hit dog hollers. When we talk about issues that matter to people, they tend to pay attention. People tend to tune out when you don't. Then it goes to show you what they care about. And we can keep it honest about what people care about. That's why I love my 10 Black Wolfpack, because as I talk about more black issues, as I get closer to that point, Because that's why I got involved. The only got involved in this is because I was tired of black people giving their votes away for free. That's the whole reason why I started doing politics. I wouldn't start off doing politics. And then when I started realizing that the bulk of the people I was meeting in the progressive movement weren't concerned with that. And the black folks, the white progressives weren't so concerned with black problems and getting black people to get something for their vote that wasn't beyond just supporting their own agendas. It was fine when they were supporting of their agendas, but our agendas, no good, not good, never discussed. In fact, I'm eventually to say, anybody you see bringing on folks to talk about black issues, that had something to do with that. Because they weren't doing it. It's a way to shame people as well. When I bring on Sandy Dirty, suddenly people start bringing them on. I brought them on once, twice, 3 times maybe? Now we bring them on. Arami Olsen Frimpong, I brought him on, then suddenly people start bringing him on. No one paid attention to Arami. Maybe next year, go get Derek Hamilton and go get Dr. Elwood Watson as well. Maybe they'll do that, because see, this is what happens. This has always been my motive. My motive was to get something for black people's votes. By extension, all the progressives win because black people are at the bottom, and if we get something for our vote, poor people are going to get something by extension. But I'm tired of it being the other way. Well, we'll see if black people get something. Maybe they'll get something by extension of being minorities. So that's all it is, man. People make assumptions. They need to just ask. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Because people make assumptions of why people do what they do. That was always my goal. And as long as I was tackling Kamala, going after Obama, I was the man. But once I started talking about black issues, then all of a sudden I wasn't useful anymore. I started talking about reparations, racial wealth gap, black women dying during childbirth, mass incarceration. Start talking about shit like that, the well runneth dryeth. And then I said, it's time to realign. So look, I encourage anybody out there, if you're doing it, you don't need no gimmicks. You don't need no damn gimmicks. Just don't look to be embraced by anyone other than the people that you're talking for, that you're advocating for. And don't relent. If you want to attract those older voters, talk about the shit that moves their lives. Talk about what keeps them up at night. Talk about what gets them out of bed. Talk about what scares them. Talk about the truth of their realities. First, you got to become educated in what that truth is, because you don't sound like an older person. So go talk to some older people. Go spend some time in some nursing homes. Talk to your grandparents. Talk to older people in the street. Find out what's on their minds, not what you think they need. Talk to them and find out what they actually need. Let them tell you. Then write it all down and make that be your Bible. People told me not to talk about black issues. Progressives don't give a damn about progressive issues, about black issues. That I was messing up my brand, that I'm screwing it up. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. Now they're switching their tone. Now they want to try to follow up because it's hot. But I'm going to be here doing it no matter if it's hot or cold, because it's what I believe I'm here to do. You want to help those older veterans, those older folks, those seniors in your community in Wisconsin? Touch their hearts. Know their pain. Articulate their pain. Speak about it so well that when you talk, they be like, damn, man, you sound like me. Were you in my house? Did you bug my phone? How do you know this? That's how intimately you need to be acquainted with their issues if you really want to reach them. But if you want to reach them because you heard some buzzwords or it just sounds, something to say because we need some votes, well, that doesn't inspire people. Yeah, that doesn't inspire people. Oh, we need votes, so we need to, well, how do we connect with them? Actually connect with them. That's how you connect with people. You actually connect with them. You actually care. See, people want black votes, but people don't want to actually connect with them. People don't want Joe Biden to win, but they don't want actually to connect with the black people down south or in South Carolina or in Virginia or in Alabama. They want to actually connect with them on these issues. Where they're at, what's really their deal, what keeps them up at night, what makes them smile, what makes them frown, what makes them cry, what they're afraid of, what they need, what they desire, what they want for their kids. If you don't know that, it's just some shit in analytics you're looking at. Oh, we just need more. We need blacks here. We need more women. We need some older people. We need to shore up the base. We need to. That doesn't move people. That doesn't excite people. That's not gonna get you nothing. If you keep doing that, you deserve to lose. So that's what I'm on. Okay, guys. $609. 609, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim, it's Shalana Gandy from Atlanta County, New Jersey here.
What's going on?
Because I was excited and nothing much going good. I was calling because I was excited and encouraged by the elections taking place in New York. I have my own. I'm running to become the next Atlanta County Commissioner to represent District 2 of Atlanta County in New Jersey. I'll be the first African-American to represent District 2. But I just won my primary by over 2,000 votes who decided that Atlanta County has had enough of the career politicians and that we need someone who has a strong and new voice to represent the families here. But, we're seeing the pattern of, not only in Atlanta County, but we're seeing the pattern of people, of their wages going down, healthcare and rent prices going up. And, I'm also running because the accountability, lifting up those who are knocked down and caring about your community, we're not seeing those anymore in our government. And we got to make sure that we have someone who could bring those values to the table. If you want to learn more about me, I'm at GandyForCommissioner.com. That's Gandy for Commissioner, Gandy for Commissioner.com. But, I believe in November I'll be coming back to you and inviting you here down to Atlanta County as the next county commissioner.
Gandy for Commissioner. Okay, guys, give it up for Gandy. That was a surprise, man. I definitely didn't see that one coming. And Gandy, this is my first time hearing from you. I'm glad to hear that you won your primary. Guys, go to GandyForCommissioner.com. Look up Gandy. Gandy, my brother, thank you for calling up, fam. Thank you for sharing your story, fam. And it's GandyForCommissioner.com, right?
Yep, GandyForCommissioner.com. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Gandy for Commissioner. And, like I said, I'm a young African-American male. I'm here to bring a change to the families of Atlanta County, and hopefully by November, I'll be inviting you down here.
My brother. Well, hit me up, brother. You can reach me as well. Client care at TimBlackTV.com. Client care at TimBlackTV.com. That way, it's not just in my mailbox. I get help in that particular mailbox. It's a couple of us who check it. So I'm looking forward to it, Gandy. And we'll see what your platform is about. As long as you want money out of politics and you want Medicare for all, we can have a conversation. 409. I'm going to go next call, guys. 409, you're live. Who's this and what's your comment? My bad.
Oh, no, you're good. How's it going, Tim? You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm excellent, man. Who's this?
Oh, this is Smelly, man, calling from out of El Paso. Just wanted to give a couple words. And I've noticed that a lot of mayoral races has been going on. Haven't been keeping up. My city, Beaumont, Texas, is where I'm from. We just got a new mayor. I haven't necessarily noticed her platform, but it was coming to a point in time where we needed change. A change in the demographics. Beaumont, Texas is 65% African American or black. And, we were having a white mayor who never really came around. It's not that she was white, but I'm just putting it out there. And, it's a beautiful thing seeing everyone from our culture starting to, get into politics more often. So I want to congratulate those who had won. The young man who just spoke, he seemed like he was inspirational. I hope that he does have a platform that's for the people and stick with it. It's a long ways to, I guess you can call it redemption and whatnot, if I said that right. But anyways, I wanted to speak really on Miss Nina Turner. I watched some of the debate. She was speaking fluently. It was a huge difference from her and the others who were having a debate. I didn't watch everything. I will go back and kind of dissect some things. But it was a beautiful thing seeing Nina running. I remember back in 15 or 16 when I started seeing Bernie more often, she was giving her reason why she started following Bernie. And she was a Hillary supporter, I believe. And she was just basically receiving a lot of ridicule for saying that she wanted to look into other candidates and not just vote for Hillary. So, much respect to her. I really want to see her go far. And, to your platform, man, you got a lot of people who's watching and, just keep that up. Much respect to those who are, for the people and that are running. So I like seeing what's going on. It's a beautiful thing, man.
My brother Smelly, man, up in Beaumont, Texas, man. My brother, it's good to hear from you always, fam.
All right.
You know it, man. Look, now, I wasn't going to comment, Smell. I wasn't going to comment on the debate because I don't want to get people's heads blown up too much, I got a feeling like this race is so lopsided when you look at experience level. I'm going to cover a little bit more of it on Thursday. My thing is I want to be careful because so here's the deal. Here's the deal, Smell. Check this out, man. It used to be a time I could say whatever I wanted to say because I was small enough that I really wouldn't impact people too much, right? Like I was smaller, right? So here's how it works. When you're small, you can say whatever the hell you want to say. You're good. Say something good, that's good. Say something bad, you're still good because you're small. Don't get me wrong. You can still fuck up, sorry, like that. But you're small enough that if you mess up, you really can't damage anything. Here's the problem once your name gets a little bit bigger, once you get some reach. That's when you can hurt the people that you care about. That's when your words really matter. That's when you have to be more careful. It's the opposite. See, free speech really works when you're small. It's just the nature of communication. The bigger you get, the louder your voice is, the more you always have to be responsible for everything you say. Now, the reason why I bring that up when I'm talking about Nina Turner in this race is I start saying people's names, I'm helping them. I don't want to help the competition. I said I don't want to help the competition by pointing out obvious things. Don't get me wrong, there was a couple people on the panel today during the District 11 debate that I thought, okay. But there was a lot on that panel that was wrong. I'm sitting up there like, what are y'all doing? Why? What is some of these people doing? And there are people who participated in that panel who probably know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to, so I'm going to save my fire for the more dirty, as they get more dirty in this race, and I feel like it's time to take the gloves off, and I ain't going to hurt my friend, Senator Nina Turner, and I ain't going to get in the way, and you know what I'm saying? Then I'll get a little bit more vocal and more specific. Until then, you guys just got to kind of read between the lines. Nina Turner is very focused and very experienced. Has actually written legislation, not just worked on a committee that 10 people were on who put together some legislation. There was some falsehoods today. I got receipts. Maybe we'll wait till Thursday, and if they play nice, maybe we don't have to say nothing. All right, I'm going to go to the next call, Smelly. I appreciate you, fam. Give it up for Beaumont, Texas. Because you don't want to inspire people. Like, sometimes when you go at somebody, you incentivize them. You like, they go, oh, well, I got nothing to lose now. You know, got this guy running my name up. Oh, I'm going to, sometimes that can hurt. So, I got 719 in the house. 719, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Hey, Tim Black and Jonathan Masters. I'm out of Colorado. How you doing tonight?
Jonathan, what's on your mind, Jonathan?
I wanted to give you an update about the New York City mayor's race, and I'm a little disappointed Paperboy did not win. He was going to get universal health care, free Wi-Fi to everybody, housing for the homeless, and his UBI was $1,000 a month. But my Wiley is still in it. So that was a part of my top 5, so I'm excited about that. It looks like to me so far you have Eric Adams, who's leading with 32%, Maya Wiley with 22%, Catherine Garcia with 20%. Maya Wiley is down by about 75,000 votes. And so I think that the numbers are going to stick like this. This is with 96% reporting, so you're only going to have like 4% or more people coming out here. So I think this is an exciting race. I just want to just kind of give you an update on it. There is 13 candidates. You mentioned that there is 8 candidates. And then the reason why I think that's important is because the whole ranked choice election strategy, I don't think people understand the point of ranked choice voting, so they don't know how to vote, and then they get all discombobulated because they think that there's something, like some sinister thing behind the whole thing.
Right.
But even Paperboy, the biggest mistake that I saw in a poll that came with the mayor's race was that most of the New Yorkers voted for one candidate. They just voted for their top one, and then they just left the rest blank, including Paperboy. Paperboy only voted for himself. So when his name is kicked off, then he has no 2 vote for his vote to be redistributed to. It means he just wasted his vote. He just threw his vote right in the trash. Damn. And so I don't know. I'm a little bit mixed because I feel like Eric Adams and Catherine Garcia are your conservatives and Maya Wiley are your progressive. And I would like to see the progressive win, but since ranked choice voting is brand new, if you have a progressive voting system and then a progressive wins, and they might say, "Oh, look, your voting system got your guy in." So if a conservative wins this time, then maybe we'll educate the public and actually get the strategy, because the strategy is to pick the top 5 that you like. Pick the top 5 that you like, and then rank those in order. And if everybody would have done that, then I think that more of your long shot candidates. And Diane Morales, he lost 2. Diane Morales lost 2, which I was real sad about. But I think that all these candidates would have had a better chance if the people would have understood ranked choice voting a little bit better.
Mm.
So yeah, that's my update. You got any questions for me?
Man, that was perfect, my brother. I appreciate you, Jonathan, for calling up and doing that, brother. Very
No problem,
well.
Man. I appreciate someone listening to me. So. All right. Have a good one, man.
You know it, brother. That was very helpful, man. One more time for Jonathan, man, out there, keeping us up to date on what's happening. And he's right. Look, guy, he's right. I just focus on the 8 that were polling the best. But initially, my grid had a lot more people on it. Well, I don't know if it had Paperboy on it. They shut him out the news cycle, man. You're the only person I really saw talking about him. And those both times I heard you talk about him on this show. Unless I just didn't know his actual name, because I don't think he's running as Paperboy. Know what I'm saying? That's probably what it was. He's probably running as, something other than Paperboy. Taking a look here real quick. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I just looked at the top 8. And then I looked at the top 5 or 4, right? Maybe they didn't want us to really know how it worked. I knew, okay, so this is my way that I saw ranked choice voting. If no one gets past 50%, right? That's when it kicks in, right? It's that if no one wins more than 50%, if someone just runs away with it, all bets off, right? And Yeah, I guess we all need to, this is something. Last time I talked about ranked choice voting was like in 2016. That's how long it's been, fam. Because Jill Stein supported it, and I was looking into it then. I got one more call in the queue. 808. 808, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment?
Yo, Tim, what's going on, brother? First, I want to say, you're having a great show tonight. And I have a subject I had to bring up, and I hate to do it because it kind of brings things down.
Who is this?
But it's a reality that if
Who
I
is
don't
this?
say it, William from Hawaii. William from Hawaii, bro.
Okay, William. What's up, man? Good to hear from you, brother. Just want to make sure I didn't recognize your voice there for a minute. Okay, Will, what's up, man? Talk to me.
No, I'm sorry. And honest, Tim, I'm uptight, and I promise I will be careful with my words. So this is from Saturday to this evening. Saturday, we had a guy that we were trying to help out, man. Guy was a 12-year veteran, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, had a lovely wife, 2 beautiful children. And dude got home, man, in like so many people, man. He was effed up in his head. But, unlike a lot of people, he realized it and was trying to get help, knew he was, a problem for his family. His family sticking behind him, man. And so we got him into the hospital. They kept him there 14 days, like on a psych eval, kicked him out. He knew he needed to stay. He begged to stay. Gave him a bunch of pieces of paper for prescriptions that he couldn't afford to fucking get. We talked to his wife and kids and ended up having to place them, like get them out of the house because it wasn't good for him, wasn't good for them. And, we couldn't get him back in fast enough. Dude offed himself, man. This is a veteran, a guy, a part of the community, trying to work his way, trying to get it into the system, trying to get help, family trying to get help. Today, this evening, we had a older couple, wife had passed away, got cancer, dude got older, in their 60s. Guy ended up with COVID at the same time his wife was in the hospital with cancer. Couldn't see each other. His wife passed away. He got out. The guy's had 3 adult children, a ton of grandchildren. He ended up, he was financially destroyed, and killed himself this fucking evening. And I'm sorry to get upset, brother, but there's a couple things I want to make a point about this, man. One, this is the fucking system that we live in. And we as a community, we as human beings, all of us that have one step much closer to the fucking better than we ever will to the elites that are running the goddamn show, need to reach down and pull people up and help them and not pass judgment and just come together and put an end to this absolute ridiculous, man. And to anybody who's having problems, please, man, and not even that, you have to look at it. Your battle is everyone's battle. Fight your battle. Please fight your battle. Because if you fight your battle, it makes it easier for the next person to fight their battle. I'm sorry to bring this up, and I'm much more composed than this, but I'm telling you, man, I just want to put it out there to everyone, and I'm gonna leave my email in your chat. But email me. Email me. I'll give you my phone number. Call me. I have a ton of resources, and we do the best we can with what we have to work with. But please, people, it is rough, and things are getting rougher. But please, people, don't give up, because we don't only want you around. We need you to fight your battle so it makes it easier for others to fight their battle. And, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave it there, man.
I will. William.
And I'm sorry to bring down the show, But I'm gonna leave it there. But like I said, I'll leave my email in the chat, and anybody who contacts me, I'll give them my phone number, and that's all. So thanks for doing what you do, man. Thanks for giving me a voice to get that out there, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. Give it up for William, y'all. Give it up for him. William, my brother, my brother. Staying grounded in why we're doing what we're doing. Stay grounded in why it's important, why it matters. It's literally life and death for someone. That's why you're doing it. I don't want to take it to a dark place, Johnson. I don't want to take it to a dark place. Look. The reasons are bigger than ourselves, and these are actual lives on the line, and that's why it matters, and that's why it's important. We got them talking about a filibuster. We got them talking about the voting rights. We got them introducing legislation they have no intention of seeing pass. They do it as an exercise to set up another piece of legislation at another date for political purposes. And the other team opposes it because they're playing politics too. And at the end of the day, at the end of all of this, is actual people's lives. Actual lives impacted. Life and death for someone. Big game for someone else, big time game. Reality show for some people, real life for some others. So that's why we do it. And that's why I don't want everyone to be demoralized and what? Pessimistic. Because in those conditions, in those states, you're no good to anyone. You're no good to anyone at all. All right, guys, let me try this. I got a couple people that called in. Let me try 310. Let's go extra innings. 310, you're live. What's your name? What's your comment? 310.
How you doing, Tim? This is Smooth out of LA.
Smooth, what's up, man?
I called because of this last caller, man. You know, it's really a shame, and he touched on things that I think sometimes as we vote or as we look at politicians, and you said it earlier after his comment, we as people have to do better in the choices we make for people that we put in office. Because it's obvious that Medicare for all has been on the table for a long time. Longer than it was called Medicare for all. Kennedy was trying to get this passed. And we keep going down the wrong rabbit hole. The rabbit hole is that these people that's getting paid, they don't give a damn about us. They don't care, man. You got vets. This man brought up a point. These are vets. Most of the people that are politicians, they were in the service. They vets they damn self. And the way that they, man, it's sad, man. It is really sad. That this country, which they say is the richest country on the planet, but they do not want to help their citizens. It's just sad, man. And I thank you 1,000 times for having your show, because I know for a fact, I look at other shows just to see what they're talking about. They don't talk about this stuff. They don't have, you can't call their show and voice an opinion whether they're right or wrong in what they're saying. You can't do that. This is the only show that I know that I can call in and say something, whether I'm right or wrong. And, you know, I'm not a vet. I never was in the service. But I see the homelessness. 85% of the people that's homeless are vets. That's who's out here on the street. The mental problem was something that was created. I can't say, I'll take that back, not created. But this situation was given to the governor, and I dislike this guy, even though he's in the grave. But Ronald Reagan, their authoritarian God that they look up to, is the one who started all of this stuff here. He said, hey, let's release all these damn people in the mental institution. We don't have to take care of them. People don't remember that. They don't remember what he did to the air traffic controllers. The air traffic controllers are the ones that's controlling them damn planes up there in the sky. He told them, hell, I'm not giving you a raise. You want to go on strike? I'm firing everybody. How you going? But see, this is the Republican Party. They say they care about people. What they care about is their money. They don't care about nothing else. It's all about their money.
Yep.
You know, and we see it day after day, and you're right. They're talking about they can't get people to come back to work. Now they want to cut them off unemployment. We're going to stop your benefits. To force people to go and take these low-paid wages jobs again and be back in the same situation.
Yep.
They're not making the situation any better. You're going to make it worse. You know, one of the things that another young man was talking about in California about the rent stabilization and what the governor was going to do, I don't think that's what he said. What he said is that he's trying to get another moratorium on that to hold off so they don't get forced out of their living conditions. He's not saying that he's going to pay everybody's rent. I don't think that's what he said. I could be wrong, but he's trying to work it where the owners of these buildings will get something for letting people stay there when they know that they're in hardship, you know. So that to me is a good thing. At least they're trying to do something. But as far as the homelessness, until they make
90 seconds.
On, do you really want to end this homelessness situation? Or do you want to keep covering it up? But let me tell you something. These rich people out here, that these homeless people that camp out in front of their house, they done told these politicians, hey, either you do something or we going to do something. Because I'm not going to walk out of my $10 million house and have to step over that. It makes no sense.
60 seconds.
It makes no sense. Now, either you straighten it out or we going to get rid of you. You got a choice. And we don't, you know, I'm waiting to see how they're going to play this hand. But these people are killing one another. And they're mental. It's a mental situation. You know, it's more black people jump. You know, this is what I'm seeing in the news whenever they do show it. It's more black people jumping on Asians than I've ever seen in my life. I can't figure that one out. So we have all these different factors going on, and no one wants to step up to the plate. Somebody's going to have to make a decision, man. Because I'm telling you, out here, one thing about these people that got money,
10 seconds.
they're going to show up and show out. And we won't see it because they can do shit behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Their money talks and all other bullshit walks. And they done told them, you better do something with this homelessness, man. They ain't playing. So, Tim, thank you again for letting me speak. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I appreciate the audience for giving their insight into where they live and what they see.
Right.
And like you, I'm not going to say that about Nina Turner because I watched that and I was like, baby, I was surprised she didn't stand up and smack somebody. But anyway, Tim, thank you again, man. I appreciate that note. Woo! I'm going to let you go and talk about your girl.
All right, Smooth. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Tim.
You got it,
Have a good
family.
evening.
You
and Miss
too,
Black
brother.
Have a good one. Thank you.
I'll tell Mrs. Black you said what's up, man. That's, yeah. Yeah, man. Wow. Wow. Elijah. GandyForCommissioner.com. Jonathan, Smelly, William, Smooth, Dustin, Benz, Heather, Amy. Great phone calls. I got another call in the queue. Oh, 347. I was just about to go to you, Johnson. See what I'm saying? I'm just about to go to you. You pulled out too quick. All right. Become a member of the 10 Black Wolf Pack. Join the crew, Johnson. I appreciate the kind words tonight. I appreciate all the informative phone calls. The real talk. The honesty. The no beating around the bush. The no playing games. The no playing politics. The standing on it, standing up, keeping it real. Thank you so much for that. What a night. I'm still thinking about William's call. Brother, make sure that you do what you need to do for your own mental health, sir. William, do what you need to do for your own mental health. I had to learn the hard way that I have to take care of myself. We are not machines, and this impacts us beneath the surface. So, take care of yourself, brother. Please take care of yourself. Can't help others if you don't take care of you, as I've been told. Shout out to Mama Alaska. She DM'd me. She just said, like, send me a like or something. And yeah, I just want to know I got that. And just want you to know that we know you're out there, and that's good to know that you're there. And all right, guys, let's go to comment sections. I think we've done it for tonight. Let's go see what we got here, folks. We got some comments. I got some people who came through. Thank you for supporting this show. Emerson Lamb in the house. Welcome, brothers, always. Brothers and sisters. Amy Vermillion, you look sharp, Tim. Well, thank you, Johnson. Thank you, Amy. Adam Berger, Nina was on fire during that debate tonight. Yes, she was. She was on fire, Adam. Emerson Lamb came back and said, I didn't fully trust him. He didn't explain how his policies help those with autism. He didn't explain a lot of things. Tony D, what's up, fam? Tony and Emerson. And Cheryl Tyler, Paperboy Prince, I ranked him number 1. What? See, Cheryl says, I got that. I got the memo. Cheryl says, I got the memo. I ranked him number 1. Bozon Sign 7 says, MLK, filibusters prevents people voting for rights. That's what I was taught. That's what I learned. Consuela Mora. Thank you, Consuela Mora. I appreciate your support of the show. Thanks, Johnson. Oh, man, someone said, Tim, make a Nina Turner emoji. All my people on YouTube, all my Johnsons on YouTube, on the Wolfpack on YouTube. I'm going to make Nina Turner emoji. I got to make that. I will expect that tomorrow. Also, damn it, give it up for my moderators, please. What am I doing? Give it up for my moderators. Give it up for the people that support the show. Give it up for all the people on Patreon, on Facebook, on YouTube, people that contribute to the show. Without you guys, there is no show. Thank you so much for letting us be able to do this. William McGregor, if you need help, wmcgrego@gmail.com. That's help.wmcgrego@gmail.com. help.wmcgrego, GREGO@gmail.com. That's right. Got you. I got you covered, fam. And Dustin Ben says, one of the things I find interesting is that people are supportive of things that Ilhan Omar said unless they knew it was her that said it. Yeah. It happens with a lot of people. It happens with a lot of people. Because they're indoctrinated. And you can't like this person, so anything they say, can't like that. That's when those jerseys come in, whose name tag they're wearing, what color shirt they're wearing. Becomes more important than the actual issue they supposedly care about. So, it happens all the time, you know what I mean? It's disgusting. It's reality. That's all I got, guys. That's it. What a night. I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight. Please share this on your social media. Please come back to the channel. We're going to make individual clips. Because not everybody could sit through an hour and a half show. I don't know how long we've been going tonight. How long have we been doing this tonight, Johnson? Almost 2 hours, Johnson. 1 hour and 58 minutes. It'll be over 2 hours once I play my little commercials, my little Tim Black commercials. Yeah, little Tim Black commercials, you know, gotta rock those. Gotta rock the Tim Black commercials. But that's it, guys. I got nothing but love for you. Be safe. I'll see you soon. Don't forget, go to jointimblack.com to become a member of the show. Starting at only $5 a month. A month. That's it. One overpriced cup of coffee per month. That's it. Become a Tim Black Wolfpack member. Also, pick up a shirt. We got gear. Go to timblacktv.com. You'll find my website that has everything. Get to everything from there. I'm Real Tim Black on Facebook, Real Tim Black on Twitter. I'm Tim Black and that on Instagram. And I'm just Tim here at the Black House. All right, y'all. Be safe now. Don't let nobody take your cornbread. Wolfpack. All day, y'all. Wolfpack. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you something. Do they know us? When I say they, I mean the talking heads on cable news. Do they know you? I mean, they talk about the world as if it's a sport. They play political games, report on our pain, rack our brain to feed the stock exchange, but do they know us? Do they know what we care about? Nope. They're too far away. They can't see us. They can't feel us. They can't relate to us. See, when you want to know what's going on in your world, trust someone who lives in your world. Subscribe.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how not to be a political moron.
Rule number 1, don't watch corporate media. Yeah, give corporate media a break. And if you have to, see rule number 2. Rule number 2, watch the Tim Black Show. Okay, I'm a little biased because I am Tim Black, but on the Tim Black Show, you get authentic news from a black perspective. We're 100% ethical, responsible, and real. And we never lie to you. Rule number 3, call up and join us on the Tim Black Show's Fridays and Tuesdays, where we open up phone lines. So you're going to hear people from all over the country call up and ask questions and make comments about what's going on in their world, what's happening, what the real deal is. Go to timblacktv.com or find us on Facebook or YouTube. Fridays at 11 p.m. for Freedom Friday, Tuesdays at 11 p.m. for TB Tuesdays. Don't be a political moron. Johnson.